Josh. I just want to say it
No,
was a good game
nah,
tonight.
I'm
nigga.
gonna do my intro
No.
first.
Fumbling.
I'm gonna do
Let
my
this
intro
man
first.
speak.
What
Damn.
intro? I thought the intro was something fun. I thought,
No, see, no, because it's not organic like that, bruh. Nigga,
Josh is getting mad hurt. He getting mad for real.
why am I here, bro?
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Otaku Collective podcast. I am your host for today's podcast, Seth, and join me today are the boys, Zoe and Josh. How are y'all doing today?
I'm good, man.
I'm making it. I don't want to talk about it for real. I'm here to record.
Zoe, congrats to your Red Sox over Josh's
Yeah, man.
Yankees.
Did it today, man. It was a good game, though, Josh.
Good day.
You
No,
know,
no,
good game. Damn.
no,
You know how it goes.
You
know
saw
how
the
it
score,
goes.
no, it wasn't. No.
Hey, bro. I saw some stats today, bro. We're now even in wins in the postseason between Boston and Yankees. We each both have 12 wins. So the next time we see y'all, we'll be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and y'all gonna lose.
We'll see. But guess what? We did it today.
Start the podcast.
All right. First topic of today is a show that I have not seen because I've not seen the show that came before it in Naruto and the Naruto Shippuden is Boruto, and crazy episode just came out.
Snap.
I did see the fight scenes from it. And
what fight scene? There was no fight scene in this one.
I saw the fight scene from the previous episode, and then I saw the emotional goodbye from that episode. What's y'all's reaction to that?
All right, so basically, I want to dedicate this podcast, this episode 3, to the strongest tail beast of all the tail beasts, the symbol of, probably honestly, the symbol of where anime is today. So we're dedicating this to a character who, in a way, started the worst one of the worst tragedies, but at the same time, he saved the world in a way that we probably never could have been saved without his help. So we dedicate this episode to our man Kurama. Rest in peace. I don't think that this is one of those anime things where the character come back alive. I really want to dedicate that to this man for giving Naruto the strength and, I guess, the companionship that he needed to become the global phenomenon that he is today. Josh, you agree with me?
I guess.
I said power and companionship. I ain't saying it like he did everything.
I think, to be fair, they didn't have the best relationship when the original Naruto aired, and then they also didn't really have the best relationship in Shippuden until towards the end, and they finally reconciled and got their shit together to prepare for the Fourth Great Ninja War and everything. But I was sad watching it, right? Naruto again is in my top 5. Kurama was a really good dude. All he really wanted was his dad at the end of the day, and we learned more about him in Shippuden and their relationship as the stages passed and everything. And I don't know. This episode, I knew it was coming because obviously I read the manga, but I wasn't expecting it to hit as hard as it did. It was wonderfully animated. So shout out to the entire.
Shout out to everyone on that animation team. You know the exact animation team name?
I don't off the top of my head.
We going before the end of this, we'll get that. We're gonna get them that shout out.
I'll say No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got emotional. When you get to this, you'll understand why I was just being like that. Like, cause I mean, I guess I never really thought about on the emotional tip. I guess I feel like I grew up with Kurama. Like I started with Kurama in October. Well, it came out in October um of like 19 years ago is when they said it came out. But I know I didn't start it then. So mine's probably was more. I remember it being the fall, but I was probably in like 7 or 8. It's when Toonami had it. And Toonami got it, I know, a couple years after it actually aired and whatnot. So I've been with Kurama probably, maybe not the whole 19, so really 17, but still, it's like a big chunk of your life right there. Like, there's babies there's people not even 17 years old. And I'm just like, dang, bro, like, it ain't like it's weird to say like Kurama watched me grew up, but I grew up with Kurama. I seen him be that guy that you couldn't have a good relationship with, that demon inside him, that representation of demon inside everyone. But god damn it, that man laughed. That man laughed, Josh. When you ever seen Kurama laugh?
It's a very rare occurrence.
Bruh, he laughed, bruh. That's when I started, bruh. I swear to bruh, that's when I lost it. When I saw Kurama, he was smiling. I've seen him smile. I've seen him happy. He laughed he was like, and then the quote, I think the quote really meant something. Like he was saying, until that day comes, because I think Kurama really believes that Naruto's not just going to sit back while he's gone. Just because he's a regular ninja now, he still got a lot of chakra.
Whoa. I gotta interrupt you right here. Just because he's no longer a Jinchuriki does not mean he's a regular ninja. All right, he is still an accomplished sage. I had this argument earlier today in my group chat.
Yeah, he is.
Stop sleeping on Naruto Uzumaki just because he's not a Jinchuriki anymore. He is still a sage. He is still top 3 on the planet. Put some respect on my boy name. You want to talk about people who got hold this episode? Let's talk about Sasuke Uchiha. All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about gotcha, bitch. Stabbed in the eye. All right, everybody always hyping up Sasuke. Everybody always talking shit about how the Uchiha clan and their eyes is goaded and everything. The nigga ain't see that coming.
Hey, though, but for real though, you could tell it's like it's weird, but you could tell they're old now, bro. Like I don't mean to say old, but they're older age, and it's just at the end of the day that like he caught it with his eye. I rewatched it. His eye caught it, but his body couldn't catch up. It was over with. His head couldn't even turn.
You got the best eyes on the planet, but you get caught lacking.
No, the best eye on the planet. Well, I mean,
eyes. He still has the Mangekyo Sharingan.
True, eyes. I guess.
All right. Blanking the period. But you get caught lacking?
You get caught lacking.
Yeah, he got caught lacking.
By a dude that was beaten by a child. We ain't finna act like Ishiki just didn't get slept on by Kawaki. But come on, man. Stop it.
It was bad. And then just to top it with the icing on it is the way they ended the episode with his hand being up and his son holding it, and it was kind of like like he felt like he lost. Like you could tell Naruto was finna cry, like he lost everything. But he literally,
let's see, dead parents, dead mentors, dead best friend, other best friend, the bitch you just lost,
wife, daughter, son.
I mean, yeah, he still got a little family. Calm down. So the man can't grieve his best friend dying?
I'm not saying he can't, but no, that's where I'm going with this. The anime didn't let him. The anime didn't, like, the creators didn't even give Naruto a chance to grieve in that moment. Like, as soon as he came back to his senses, like, he came back conscious, his son was in front of him. I mean, it's that feeling of, dang, do I really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're happy because he saw your son. He's happy from his son. So he was sad, but because it's such a bunch of emotions.
To be fair, like, usually, like, most people aren't given the time to grieve in real life anyways.
I guess so. I guess when you look at it deep like that, like, yeah, you're right.
I mean, people die in wars every day, and their best friends who are right there on them, beside them on the front lines, see them die. They don't really have time to grieve.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't have time.
Though, And to the people who thought Naruto was about to get hold and Sasuke was gonna be the dude, the ninja, the goat, nah, same level. Entire time.
All right. One
Yeah.
last thing, and then we can move on from it. I just want to ask. So, does this mean everyone else in the village, like all like the ones we grew up with, from the teams with
Are you
Naruto?
talking about the bums and Rock Lee? Is that he talking about the bums and Rock Lee? No, they still bums.
The bums and then Rock Lee.
No.
He got beat up by a block.
Rock Lee is
by
goat.
a block.
Rock Lee is goated. He got hold by writing. He got hold by plot armor. Put some respect on Rock Lee. However, the rest of that generation, ass.
Blocks.
And I love some of them folks. I love Hinata, Shino dope, Kiba bum ass bitch, Sakura bum ass bitch. Ten kind of just there.
Facts about Sakura.
RP to my dog Neji. Ino's irrelevant. Sai is irrelevant. But hey, I still love them people because I grew up with them. But yeah, the bum squad plus Rock Lee will still be irrelevant. Naruto and Sasuke are still 1A, 1B in the ninja world.
Bruh.
Don't get it twisted. No villages better act stupid. Cause guess what? While they out here fighting space aliens and shit, where the rest of the niggas at? Where's the Raikage? Where's the Mizukage? Where's the Tsushikage?
That's because that's not
where's
their
the
problem.
Kazekage? Where's Gar at? Nowhere.
That's not their problem. No, it's not their problem.
That's the world's problem.
No, the Kawaki is now a member of the Leaf Village. Okay. Naruto said, "I'm going to take this child and bring him into the Leaf Village." So why does another village have to come help?
Okay.
See, I'm with you though. I feel like everyone should help. We know the infinite Tsukuyomi is a very bad thing, and the tree's going to happen. But we could have killed this kid. If we're going to go that far with it, you know damn well. If you learned anything from A, you remember A was the Raikage, and what he wanted to do, kill him.
He also tried to kidnap children.
Yes, whatever was needed to save the world. So
no, stop.
Wait.
Stop, no. Because Hinata was about 3 years old, and the Raikage sent the goon squad and trying to kidnap her, and they got Neji's daddy killed. I ain't forget. Bunch of bums. You forgot. Talking about what you need to do for the world.
I'm saying.
You one of them.
I'm not one of them.
I'm sorry, looking at you different.
I'm not one of them. I am saying.
All right, yeah, I'm changing your name on my phone to Colonizer. You out here acting like that. Yeah, you one of them folks.
I ain't not. I'm just a realist. If I tell you that I got a bomb in my village, you gonna come help me defuse the bomb? This is my fucking village. If you ask me
for genuine help, yes.
That's my fucking village.
Because that's what friends do. And
it depends on how big the bomb is.
What's fucking friendship? This ain't the power of friendship. This ain't fairy tale. This is Naruto.
Did I say power of friendship? But if I save the planet, and you owe me a couple favors, because guess what? Naruto saved the fucking planet. Niggas owe him favors. So if I say, yo, I got a bomb in my village, come help. Y'all should be at my doorstep talking about where it at.
That's not how politics work, dog. I feel you. That's fair. That's how life should be. What
politics? They were literally at war for years. It was a cold war for years until there was an actual war. 3 of them. 3. And then the 4th one was them against a fucking undead army of ninjas and plant people.
I will say.
And plant people, you are right.
One thing that I saw on Twitter about the most recent episode, whenever Naruto was calling out, right?
Sad face.
Yeah. I saw somebody like dub that audio over Simba calling out to his dad.
Stop! I'm finna cry. Oh, that just broke my heart.
I was dying laughing. I was dying laughing.
Let's be real. Disney a bunch of bums too, because they stole that from Kimber the White Line. Second of all, if Simba had just paid attention,
Josh,
Disney
minded his business.
Speak for the whole Disney. I just want you to hear this now, Josh. Not
Disney sponsor us. We still love you.
We love you.
No,
Disney,
hang on, because you can talk shit about a company and still respect it.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
Don't act different from sponsors. This ain't about the money. Episode 3 of the podcast. Y'all getting big for y'all britches, ain't it?
Hey, this man said, "Why y'all here?"
I said what I said for
Come
the
back down
memes.
to earth.
I said what I said for the memes, but I feel it.
Come back down to earth real quick, big dog.
Hey, man.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Second,
All right, so
second
like
topic
said,
of the day
let's get it.
is the y'all's reaction to the newest One Piece episode.
Did you see that?
I have not seen it. I
You
haven't.
didn't see no clip, no anything.
I haven't seen clips on Twitter or anything like that. I'm more in.
Man, I'm finna send you a GIF right now just to see.
That's
just
fair,
to get you
but
right.
You finna send him a what?
A GIF. You know they usually have like
Hey.
a GIF of something.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
a GIF.
I just
Like the
wanna
peanut
make sure
butter?
you were saying it right.
Wait, yeah, I was saying it right. Yeah.
Yeah,
GIF.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know the debate.
GIF?
I'm with you. It's GIF. It's
It's
GIF.
GIF.
I'm aware it's like is GIF, but should have spelled it with a J then.
No, because
No.
look at giraffe.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Josh, this is what I'm
No, best believe the
This is
English
what-
language is dumb as fuck, right? 100.
This
That,
man
that
said
it,
giraffe.
it is.
No
It
giraffe.
is.
This man said giraffe,
But
and it
that
made
G,
sense.
that G makes the J sound in that word. So I just
That's
that
fair.
shit
That's
made
fair.
sense, bro. That was funny. That
It
was
does.
funny.
that giraffe.
I've never heard that comparison until now, and it makes sense.
And it
Right.
made
I
a
respect
lot
it.
of sense,
I'm-
bro. Like
But-
that, I'm stealing that one, Joe. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Somebody say it's giraffe.
That is my immediate response to that.
It's.
Wow.
But going back on topic for a second,
All right,
it
One
doesn't.
Piece.
It doesn't technically matter that I haven't seen it. Y'all two can talk about it, and then
I
whenever
know.
I go to watch it and I get caught up in like 4 years, I promise you, I
It won't
more
take
likely
4
won't
years.
remember this conversation.
Nah, yeah, it probably
Texas.
will.
Nah, it may-
Knowing Seth, let's think about something. That's
Oh
a
yeah, I
lot of
forgot
stuff to watch.
Seth. We talking about Seth. Yeah. All
I
right,
am
well,
a binge
Josh,
watcher. I just have to start it. So
Well, Josh, you know, I'm the big One Piece. You know, I know you've been on it, so I guess I don't even like to say I'm the big
Day
One
one
Piece.
gang.
Yeah, you feel me? But I feel like I'm like Bartholomew.
Well, look at you not speaking English. What
You
are you
feel
trying
me?
to pronounce?
I'm saying
Bartholomew?
I'm talking about. Yeah, no, that he just said it. I'm talking
Kuma?
about.
You
No.
talking about my dog?
No, not Kuma. Dang, no, you're right. I
You
forgot.
know his
Kuma's
name is Bartholomew, though, right?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I'm definitely not. I'm talking about what? The dude with the green, the rooster hair. You know how you call him rooster hair? Luffy
Barty.
be calling him rooster.
Yeah, Barty.
I no one really call him Barty. I guess we can call him that.
Okay, you talking about the follower? Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that basically kiss ass.
Barty.
He got the barrier fruit.
Yeah, Barty.
Yeah, I guess we call him Barty.
That's-
Yeah,
I guess
Barty.
we can
I'm
call
like
him
That's his
Barty.
name.
it's his name.
It's Bart. It's like it's honestly, it's a whole name. I just know right now.
It's literally Bart. OLOMEO. Barty.
You keep okay. All right, cool.
I don't know how else to just be like.
I'm saying because you just said Barty, but what about the other letters?
He's the captain of the Bartow Pirates.
Oh, you said Bartow.
No. Because it's Bart. So I'm not gonna.
All right, cool. We going. All right, cool. All right. That's another day. But all right, basically, I'm a big fan of Luffy and them, but Josh been the day one. But basically, I kind of what got me in this episode, Josh, really was him cutting off his head. It's just the representation of.
Oh, there are gonna be spoilers in this episode, by the way. Like, just throwing that out there.
Oh,
No shit. If we're reacting to the newest episode, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
No. I mean, shoot, we ain't talking about the manga. You
Nah,
feel me?
yeah.
We could talk about the manga on them and then really mess them up, but we not. So, but yeah, bro, when he cut off his head, it was like he basically really said, bro, I don't care about neither family. Like my homie, he watches One Piece too, but not like me. But he watched a few episodes with me. He even said it like he was telling me, bro, Kaido's finna betray this man, and I was like, I know it. but he's gonna wait till like a certain moment.
Yeah,
I thought he was gonna wait till a little bit later to betray him. He did it right at the beginning. He said, "All right, Luffy and them in my castle. F it, let's do it now." Cut his head off. I don't care about this kid. And then his plan, like he really said, "Look, I'm gonna turn this into a pirate island, just like how your boy Blackbeard got. He got a pirate island. Or you remember when he was on that island and he pretty much took it over, so you might as well say it's his island. Like he said, I'm taking one. He said, bro, we finna go to war against the Navy. The Navy really, and he made a good point, and I didn't think of it like that. For the Navy to say we don't need the 7 warlords anymore, that means they got something ready. There's a whole admiral that we don't even know what he can do. And that's still, honestly, I think, like, there's been some talks. We're thinking that he's going to be a Logia type. And there's been some talks. I mean, like I said, it's just talks. It ain't no proof behind it. We think there's a water Logia fruit.
I highly doubt it.
Okay, so you're really on the other
I
end
know,
of that?
because that's the one fruit that would never make sense to me besides in a fanfic. Because water's the one thing that screws over every devil fruit user.
That's what we
So
said.
why,
That's what we said.
if because you take on a part of, in essence, Davy Jones' soul, and the whole point of being a pirate is to avoid Davy Jones' luck and et cetera, or whatever, right? So you lose the ability to swim because you, in essence, take on a part of the sea that you're not supposed to touch as a pirate, right? And so giving anyone control over water, seawater specifically, because that's the main issue, would be broken. Like, how are you winning that fight? Especially if they can turn into it.
Right, that's fair.
That wouldn't logically make sense.
I mean, I'm just saying it's got to be something that basically rivals the power of Blackbeard. That's my thing.
As far as I'm concerned, until I see it, I don't give a shit about it. I'm talking about the episode. Orochi got cut. He thought he was ruling Wano because he was mad at the Kozuki clan. They said, and Kaido said, "Nah, bro, I don't need you. You're useless to me." Head chopped off. Scared the shit out of Momo. That's my dog. And then he was like, "Look, Big Mom and me finna work together. Screw Shanks. Screw Whitebeard. Screw Blackbeard. Screw Luffy. I'm that nigga." And he was like, "Look,
and then at the end,
we finna work together and go get One Piece." And I feel like you were just burying the lead. That's the craziest shit I heard in a minute. He said, "Big Mom and me about to go get the One Piece." And I was like, oh, so you just said, fuck it.
Yeah, he said, fuck it. And then
the whole rivalry between like the Yonko, you just read it?
Yeah, because he's scared. The show's scared, bro. The Navy does have something that he's not like, he don't know. So he's like, let me get prepared. But the thing that got me was him making Yamato say, and Yamato will be the what's it called? What's the emperor called? What do they call the emperor? You know what I'm trying to say, Josh. What Orochi's spot is? His title. Dang, man.
It's literally on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because the Shogun.
Yeah,
the Shogun. And he said, and Yamato will be Shogun. And you saw how pissed they both, like, Luffy was already pissed because he wanted to go get Momo. And then he was talking about, and then he was telling Yamato, that was the funniest exchange, because they were like, he's pissed off. He's just yelling at Yamato, like, I'm pissed, let's go. And then Yamato just got pissed. He said, I'm pissed too. Bruh. And then he'd be manhandling the fuck out of Yamato. Luffy don't give a fuck about Yamato. And that's just funny to me, because I really feel like by the end of this, where this is going, him and Yamato's relationship is going to probably be as close as, I don't know, maybe him and maybe Jinbei, something like that type of relationship.
We also see the fight between Kiko and Kanjuro. Kanjuro was a secret agent the entire time. Betrayed the Kozuki clan. It was kind of messed up. Fight was dope though. It was really interesting. To see the parallels between the two in their relationship, and how Kiko felt about everything, and how she needed to process, that betrayal to get the job done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was a really cool episode. I honestly
Yeah.
just rewatched it before we started the podcast. I wanted to refresh my memory on it.
No, that was up.
Because I watched it like at 1:00 in the morning, Sunday/Monday. But yeah, I think this episode did a lot to maybe not world build, but to definitely develop the plot going further into the rest of the arc.
Adding more questions.
It was like the bubbler, like when you start boiling water and it's starting to fizzle. That's what this was, and that's the crazy part. There was a whole fight, like you just said, Kiko and Conjuro. That's a big fight, but this is still just the fizzle of the pot of water boiling. That's what I guess people are like. I'm excited for, Josh. This is still not even the hot water yet. This is really the warm water, and that's where I think One Piece is I'm recommending it to everyone. One Piece, man, it's gonna be there. It's gonna stay there. It's continuing. We don't know when it's gonna end. So start whenever you're ready. But just know you need to start.
Yep.
So
alright.
Now, speaking of that, you're the host. My bad. I was gonna change it.
Going into our third topic, our third topic is actually going to be about the upcoming seasonals and shows that I'm particularly excited for. I know that y'all two already have a lot of anime on y'all's plate, and so y'all really don't watch seasonals. Correct me if I'm wrong on that.
I don't watch the like 12 to 20 episode seasonals that are like brand new anymore, but I do watch series that are continuing. Like Shield Hero season 2 is dropping in the fall. Super excited for that.
It is not dropping in fall.
It's not dropping in the fall. Yeah.
No.
Really?
I would have.
It is. It got pushed back to summer.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it got pushed back.
Ooh, that's
summer of 2022.
Yeah.
I literally just saw.
So not only is it not winter of 2022, which is January.
It's not even spring.
It's not even spring. It is summer.
It probably won't come out till August. To be real with you, I think it won't come out till July.
I think it's like July of 2022.
Yeah, I think late July. I'm about to say it's gonna be really almost a full year before it come out.
As of 6 days ago, April 22, 2022 is releasing.
April. Yep, April 2022.
Yeah. Oh, April? Oh, it ain't bad then. Okay, that's not bad.
I mean, it's still like 6 months. It's still like 6 months.
Right. Yeah. So that's lame, but I'm still looking forward to it. However, I know this is probably going to be your topic for the next 10 to 15 minutes, but there are 2 or 3 that I know for a fact are coming out this fall and I'm looking forward to. There's new anime from the Death Note team that I'm looking forward to looking at.
Okay.
And maybe 1 or 2 more. I'm gonna do a little bit of research real quick.
If I miss that Death Note team that's working on that one anime, because I pretty much have anime pulled up on my screen. I'm fit to switch over to that for the YouTube version of the podcast if y'all want to follow along with that. And I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna share my screen with y'all too, so y'all can look at that as we're looking at it and stuff like that, so y'all can see the artwork and the visuals and things like that. So and then I can show y'all the descriptions and things like that, and then get y'all's opinions on them, because these are going to be seasonal that I will be watching. I'll be watching at least the first 3 or 4 episodes of each, and then from there I'll decide, I'm going to watch this one all the way through, or this one all the way through, kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. I'm at least going to give all these seasonals a shot. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. The first anime that I'm really excited about, I'll be watching it week by week. Guaranteed is Mushoku Tensei, the second season of that, or Jobless Reincarnation. It's another.
I'll read that actually. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. The first season came out in the winter, because this is the spring seasonal, or this is the summer season that's just ending. So it came out in spring season. So it came out 2 seasons ago. The first season did. And so this is a continuation of the first season going into the second season, Jobless Reincarnation Part 2. I am so stoked about this and see where it goes from here, because a lot happened towards the end of the anime, and the animation in it is phenomenal, by the way. Have either of y'all, I know you you said you read it, Josh, but
Yeah.
have you heard of that, Zoe?
No, I haven't. But
Okay.
I always say with you, I always am really open to things you put me on because you know, like I said with slime and
Also,
whatnot.
I
I
just
was
want to point out real quick, not to interrupt Zoe, but the main character is wild. Like
He
I
is
don't want to give
wild.
away what happened in
He
season
is
one,
wild.
but
I will
this,
say, like, imagine a, what's it, 30, 40-year-old neat
yeah, he's like
pervert
33, I think.
get
Yeah.
dies, like doing something good, save some teenager's life or whatever, right? But dies by getting hit by good old Van Coon, right? And
Cun.
Kun, fair, my fault. But dies by getting hit by that, and he gets reincarnated as a child, as a baby, and has all of his memories, and still like is narrated by his 40-year-old self, not his child self, and it's weird at times, but it's pretty funny. It does get etchy. So if that's not your thing, it doesn't happen often, but the animation in it is beautiful. The fight scenes is beautiful. The way that he learns magic is very interesting, and how like he's like a prodigy and things like that, and how like it's a second chance at life, and he's not going to like stay in his room like he did in his previous life.
sounds like Takamichi from Tokyo Revengers, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this, but instead of him
But
going back and forth, he stays.
I yeah, I mean he is
Same kind of
reincarnated.
concept.
Yeah, but Takemichi's also not like a pervert either. So there's that.
Yeah, I guess it
But
does fit in like that.
yeah, but I'm really sorry to see where this goes. I'll be watching this pretty much after we're done recording with a friend of mine from England. Watching it as soon as it's done. Um, just gonna spend a couple minutes here and there on these different shows. I have about half of the list of the fall seasonal that's coming out pulled up in different tabs right now, and so we're just gonna go through them real quick. That's just the one that I was excited about the most. So the second one that I'm curious about is the world's best assassin to reincarnate in a different world aristocrat. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Is the English name of the anime. It's a really long. Kind of confused me there because it was two different English translations. But it is, what's the studio? Studio is look Silverlink Studios. It looks fairly well animated. I'm curious to see how it's going to go. But the plot line is the best assassin in on Earth dies and is like reborn by the grace of a goddess into a world of swords and sorcery. He's offered a chance to do things differently this time around, but there's a catch. He has to eliminate a super powerful hero who will bring about the end of the world unless he is stopped. Does that catch y'all's interest at all?
Nah, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Nah, I'm not even gonna
I
lie.
feel it.
Maybe a little bit.
I feel it.
Not super crazy.
It's another isekai. I love isekais, so it's on my radar. I'm gonna watch a couple episodes and then as they come out,
Just keep me posted.
yeah, for
Keep me
sure.
posted.
Because
I'm sure if it's on Hulu, I'll watch episode 1 or 2 and see how I feel about it.
yeah, or I mean, even if it's on like VRV or Crunchyroll or anything like that.
One of the many streaming services that I shouldn't be paying for or bumming from a friend.
That's fair. Next one is Platinum End.
This is what I was speaking on earlier. This is from the Death Note team. I'm actually super excited for it.
Okay. I actually don't know a whole lot about it, so if you know more about
there
it,
we go,
Josh.
Josh. This one's for you.
No, I know the bare minimum. The synopsis is literally right there.
Okay.
I'm gonna read that out for the people.
After the death of his parents, a young, I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name out of respect, is left in care of his abusive relatives. Since then, he has become gloomy and depressed. leading him to attempt suicide on the evening of his middle school graduation. Miria, however, is saved by a pure white girl named Nase. Probably gonna change that pronunciation once I hear it in the anime, but we're gonna go with that for right now. Who introduces herself as a guardian angel, wishing to give him happiness by granting him supernatural powers and a chance to become the new god. Okay. Uh,
Okay.
in order to earn the position, he must defeat 12 other god candidates within 999 days. Soon, Miria begins a struggle to survive as a terrifying battle royale erupts between himself and the candidates, looking to obtain the most power in the world. Okay, that
Okay.
sounds that sounds interesting.
It sounds like God of High School.
I was actually thinking this is more like Fate to me, like the Fate series and
Yeah,
dealing with the
Fate.
Holy
Yeah,
Grail War, and that's another reason I'm super excited for it because I love the Fate series. I played the games, I've read the light novels, I watched the anime. It's a really dope franchise. We're not talking Fate, we're talking about Platinum End. Platinum End again is from the Death Note team. If you've seen Death Note, you know what kind of caliber stuff they put out. I'm super interested in it. I just can't wait to see what it's about because battle royale anime to me has always been like interesting and cool. So Platinum Man reminded me of Fate and being from like the Death Note family. Animation style wise, I can definitely see the similarities, and I just think it sounds good on premise, but you never know with anime like this.
yeah.
So I'm gonna give it at least 4 or 5 episodes before I come to a true opinion. But this is actually one of the few seasonals I'm actually looking forward to. I remember reading about it last year.
Okay.
And yeah.
I'll be watching it week by week as well. So as we watch it week by week, we'll probably talk on an episode here or there as we continue to record week by week ourselves. Next anime that I'm looking at watching is probably the one that I'm most excited for, other than Jobless Reincarnation. It is Tact OP Destiny. And so, in the story of the anime, one day a black meteorite fell on the world, and the world completely changed. The meteorite produced grotesque monster called D2, which started running rampant. Very quickly, D2 very quickly banned all music, which was the one thing able to overcome them. But there were some people who resisted the D2. They are a young woman who, or they are young women who hold the power of music, the music art. These young women hold the scores that are able to defeat the monsters, and there are also people who lead these women, the conductor. And so basically, it's like aliens invade the Earth, is what it sounds like, and then their weakness is music. It sounds like, and classical music at that. And so I'm really like the concept is very curious to me, like how you fight with classical music. And like I love music, I'm a big music nerd and stuff like that, and so I will, on drives or trying to fall asleep and stuff like that, will throw on classic music, particularly if like my anxiety is high that day or anything like that. It helps calm the nerves and stuff like that. I'm curious to see how they fight with classical music and see how that goes.
This is probably one of the passes again for me. However, it does sound interesting. So if anything, I'll
Yep.
be on Reddit reading the discussions from the anime
Yep.
and giving my opinion like I know what I'm talking about.
When you get to the fight scene, send me a little video. Let me.
I've heard that
Honestly,
there's three really
it's
good
gonna
fights
take.
in the first episode.
Yeah, it's gonna take
And it's by
fights to get me on something like
it is
this.
co-animated by Madhouse and Mappa.
Oh, that's really interesting.
It is co-animated by Madhouse and Mappa. They work together on this.
So, I mean, at the bare minimum, it'll look really good.
It'll look amazing, yeah.
Yeah, at the bare minimum, it'll look fire.
I episode came out today. We're recording. It's currently like 1:50 a.m. right now. But episode came out earlier technically yesterday, Tuesday, but we're
Tuesday the 5th, correct?
yeah, Tuesday the 5th.
Okay. Of
Yeah.
October, so yeah.
Yep. And so
Recording podcast in advance and stuff.
where it's I'm really curious to see how the episode goes. I'm watching it later tonight again with the same friend. This next anime is probably the one slice of life that I'm watching this season, and that slice of life is Komi can't communicate. Um, it's Shoko Komi's first day at the prestigious Iton private school, and she has already risen to the status of the school's Madonna. With long black hair and a tall, graceful appearance, she captures the attention of anyone who comes across her. There's just one problem, though. Despite her popularity, Shoko is terrible at communicating with others. Uh,
Sounds like high school.
I can't say his name. Not gonna try. But insert male MC here. Is your average high school boy with his life motto of read the situation and make sure to stay away from trouble. He quickly finds that sitting next to Shoko has made him the enemy of everyone in the class. One day, knocked out by accident, Hito, I guess that's his name. Hito. Later wakes up to the sound of Shuko's meow. Interesting. He lies that he heard nothing, causing Shoko to run away. But before she can escape, Hito surmises that Shoko is not able to talk to others easily. In fact, she has never been able to make a single friend. Hito resolves to help Shoko with her goal of making 100 friends so that she can overcome her communication disorder. And it is a comedy slice of life. It is not a romantic comedy. It might turn into that later on. I don't know how the story's going to go or anything like that, given there is a main female MC and a main male MC. Given it's a slice of life, things usually tend to go that way, but we'll see. But it's a comedy slice of life at the very least. It was publicized in Shonen Magazine whenever it was coming out in manga form.
Mm-hmm.
And so the studio is OLM. I haven't heard of them. Have either of y'all?
I'm sure I've seen a show or two. I can't remember all of them's like greatest hits off the top of my head or anything.
I'll open it up in the tab real quick. But I'm curious to see how it goes because it seems really funny. And like I'm watching a bunch of like action shows and stuff like that this season. There's not a whole lot of slice of life comedy coming out this next season. Not really. Not any ones that pique my interest or anything like that. And so watching a lot of action based shows and things like that.
Pokemon. Okay.
Pokemon.
Well, then, yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Yeah, I've seen something from all of them.
Yeah, Pokemon. Odd Tatsy, which came out last season. I've heard is really good.
11, yeah, I've seen Inazuma 11. It's a soccer anime. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
So yeah, or football for the rest of the world who aren't American. Yeah, okay. I definitely have seen stuff from all of them.
Bang Dream, anything Pokemon related, it seems like they produced. So yeah, so I'm curious to see how that goes. That. Zoe, do you have an opinion on it all? I know slice of life isn't really your thing.
And it isn't, so I can't really say. You
That's
know
fair.
what I'm saying? Like
That's
like
fair.
when me and him have our thing, like how we earlier had the reaction. I realized this is the part where like I can't.
This is
I don't
the
like
corner, ladies and gentlemen.
I will.
It's time to
trying to put the people on to some good seasonals coming up that might be going under people's radars that just watch like continuation anime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the next one, I still have to watch the first season of it, but it is 86. I don't know a whole lot about it. I have heard from a lot of people who I have a very similar taste in that it is really good. And that I'm going back to the first season so I can read the synopsis to everybody. But I've heard that's really good. From a lot of people, it has very good fighting scenes and everything like that. Letting this load up right here. It says, according to the Republic of San Mongolia, their ongoing war against the Geodian Empire has no casualties. However, that is mere propaganda. While the white silver-haired Alba of the Republic's 85 sectors live safely behind protective walls, those of different appearances are interned in a secret 86th faction known within the military as the 86. They are forced to fight against the Empire's autonomous legion under the command of the Republican handlers. Um, Not going to try to pronounce that name, is assigned to the Spearhead Squadron to replace their previous handler. Shunned by her peers for being a fellow 86 supporter, she continues to fight against their inhumane, that's a word, discrimination. Nozen is the captain of the Spearhead Squadron, infamous for being the sole survivor of every squadron he's been in. Oh, that doesn't sound too good. He insists on shouldering the names and wishes of his fallen comrades. When the fates of these young souls from the two different worlds collide, will they ignite the spark that lights their path of salvation, or will they burn themselves in the flames of despair?
Edgy
Yeah,
synopsis.
yeah. It it feels like a Hunger Games almost sort of vibe, but rather than like there's 85 factions that live normally, and then there's like one, it seems rather large faction with everybody else that doesn't have white hair. That
So the racism is a huge part in this
yes,
stuff.
yes, yeah,
All
yeah,
right, cool.
and it's basically
Um,
like leading a rebellion is
mhm,
is and like for their right to be who they are kind of thing is what
okay.
I've gathered from friends and stuff like that. Feel free to correct me on Twitter or anything like that. I'm sure that I'll hear from some of y'all. But that's my understanding of it so far. It's got really good fighting scenes I've heard, and a lot of relatable characters and things like that, and a lot of relatable situations for a lot of people. So, it is done by A1 Pictures, so it's also well animated. So,
Okay.
the first
Uh,
season has an 8.19 rating. So,
I'll give it a shot. I'll watch season one and debate if I want to see season two or not.
cool, cool.
More specific, I'll watch episode one and two of season one and decide if I want to watch the rest of season one.
That's fair. That's fair.
Let's keep it a buck.
Moving on to the next one. The next one is English name of it is the Faraway Paladin. In a city of the dead, long since ruined and far from human civilization, lives a single human child. His name is Will, and he's being raised by three undead: the hardy skeletal warrior Blood, the graceful mummified priestess Mary, and the crockety spectral sorcerer Gus. The three pour love into the boy and teach him all they know. But one day, Will starts to wonder, who am I? Will must travel the mysteries of this faraway dead man's land and unearth the secret of the past of the undead. He must learn the love and mercy of the good gods and the bigotry and madness of the bad. And when he knows it all, the boy will take his first step on the path to becoming a paladin. And so I have friends who have read the manga. Josh, have you read the manga?
I have not. This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Okay, I have friends who love the manga and are super hype about it coming out. I don't think the first episode has aired yet. Yeah, it airs October 9th, so it airs in 3 days from the recording. So it will air after this episode drops as well. And so basically, it's like his journey to becoming a paladin. And I know we love D&D, Josh.
Yeah,
You've played a lot of paladins and stuff like that. So
correct.
does this pique your interest at all?
Uh, Unfortunately, it does not. However, I will keep the manga in the back of my mind. I'm currently reading through about 35 different manga right now.
Sounds about
So
right. Yeah.
yeah, once I drop that list a bit, I might add that to it, check it out, see if I like it, and if
Okay.
I like it, I'll come back to the anime. But unfortunately, for right now, this sounds like a pass from me. What about you,
But
Zoe?
Zoe?
I think Zoe's dead, guys. All right.
No. I just like I've been listening to y'all. I like I said, I don't want to give an opinion because I know how strong opinions
I
can
mean, you
be.
could just say,
No, by all
pass.
means, give an
You
opinion. Just
know,
like, hey, like I'm not watching it or anything like that. Doesn't strike my interest,
I don't
or
know because because
it
like I
strikes my
see what you
interest.
like. To be fair, I see what you've been doing on the fall anime and what you kind of are saying like are like new. Like I remember like on what seasonal what's coming out. I guess when I was like quote thinking of like seasonal on the new tip. I mean, how I say this? Like when I heard seasonal, I was thinking of season. Like I guess I didn't really think of it as in okay, let me see what's new coming and
These
see what
these
might
these are 12 to
pique
24
interest.
episode anime that are starting this week. That are starting this week and next week.
Okay.
This new fall
As in
seasonal
the
time.
fall. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how you could have got that. Anyway.
You say you don't. I was.
All right.
I guess like. All right. I don't know. I guess like okay, me like I guess I kind of looked into where oh dang, I lost my whole thing. Like, all right, I might kill this name, and I probably am gonna kill this name, but I'm gonna try it.
That's fair.
Yashahime, the
Uh,
Princess Half Demon, the second act. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
I
That
told
is
y'all
that
my
is a new
next.
one.
Yep, I told y'all my next binge was to do Inuyasha, catch up,
uh,
and just go through Inuyasha because you told me, Josh, you told me, okay, dog, you don't need to do that. But I
that's
kind of
another.
don't see how. How do you do a story on this man on just Sesshomaru's daughter? You feel me? Just him alone, his daughter, and you can't tell me that there's nothing tying back to the beginning of when they were doing like back in
I'm
Inuyasha
not
days when
saying
they were
there's
running
not,
through.
but to quote RDC World, shouts out to the boys.
Oh, shout them
Inuyasha
out.
is not legendary. It's
I ain't
okay.
saying it was. I never.
Hang on, but this is the reason why I'm saying pass on Yashahime. I didn't like the way Inuyasha ended. Final act was a travesty.
Yeah, it wasn't
They
the
changed
best.
all the voice actors. I couldn't get through it. Shit was kind of ass. So I read the manga, and Naraku is kind of bottom tier of the big bad and villains. He about C tier at best. Inuyasha is just not one of those 90 anime that held up to me. Cowboy Bebop held up. Yu Yu Hakusho held up. Sailor Moon held up. Saint Seiya held up.
Okay,
Inuyasha is not
so
one of them.
since I got Josh on his rant, then, and I kind of just while we got him on the rant, just let me get him set. So, Demon Slayer, technically,
Ah,
technically, there is a thing dropping this fall for Demon Slayer for
Yep.
all
it's
my
just a
Demon Slayer
Mugen
fans.
Train movie,
It
bro.
is the Mugen Train movie as
In TV
an
form.
arc. It will be 7
I'm good.
episodes and includes an entirely new first episode. This first episode depicts from Goku as he embarks on his journey to the Mugen Train. The remaining episodes will add 70 new animation cuts and new background
You hear
music
that?
as
I'm asleep.
well as a new trailer. It's not going to be exactly such as the movie. You
I'm
will
asleep.
see. I will say this: if anything, there's a chance we'll see more of what happened on the actual train. Because remember, we was on top of the train a lot of the movie.
Don't
So I
worry,
feel
Josh.
like
I got the perfect
this, this,
background
this.
noise to put over this.
There
Okay.
we go. This
Because
will
I'm
be
asleep.
perfect. This will be perfect for all my Demon Slayer fans out there. I kind of like where Seth's been going and putting people on new game and trying to put people on different show. That's what we want to do. That's what the purpose of anime is. But
Yep.
that I think I'm also because we've said I'm kind of like what you call those main anime persons. Like I understand their perspective of all right. There's a lot of fucking shows out there. I just kind of
There's
want
a
to stick
lot.
to I just kind of want to stick to what everybody because like Hell, I watched Hunter x Hunter because of Megan Thee Stallion. I would have never watched Hunter x Hunter. No, it was never on my radar. But she just kept pushing it. It's kind of like, yeah, I never would have watched Hunter x Hunter. I promise you. I never had no interest in Hunter x Hunter. It was all because of Megan Thee Stallion. She's the only reason I watched it, and I'm grateful I did.
You like self-insert anime, right? Where you can easily see yourself being
in that world. Yes,
in that world.
yes.
Doesn't have to be the main
anime.
character or anything like that.
No, not at all.
But
just
in that world.
I'd be a hunter and get paid and
be dead.
I wouldn't be dead because I passed the hunter exam. So obviously I'm OP. You gotta be OP to pass that exam, dog. Come on with it. And I would pass it. I'd train for it. I'd get ready for it. I'd be running. I would be ready. Come on. You tell me I can get a car that can get me into anywhere and get me anything. Let's go. I just gotta pass 3 tests. Let's go.
Seth, not to interrupt this, but the one after the next one, let me get it because I actually read the manga for it. I'm super hyped for it.
Okay, bet. This anime, we're gonna go through these a little bit quick. Josh, I'll let you talk about the one that you want to talk about. But this next one is World Trigger. Season 3 of this coming out. First season has like 65 episodes or something like that. There's actually quite a bit of filler in it and stuff like that. So if either of y'all were curious about watching the first season, I could tell y'all which specific episodes to watch in the first season. The second season is only 12 episodes. It's non-stop action and things like that, and it's really good. And third season picks up with more action where the second season left off. And I'm really excited where it goes because it's the whole thing, or like, oh, main character is a leader, but he's super weak kind of thing, right? And he's finally coming into his own because he is smart, right? But that's pretty much the only thing that he has going for him. Other than he has he's made friends with 3 powerful people, right? Like strong characters in the anime that want to be on his team because they want him as their leader, right? And that's the only thing he has going for him, I'm not gonna lie, other than having good friends and being smart. But he's finally coming into his own as a fighter and as a strategist and everything like that. And so I'm curious to see how it goes, because in like a little war/tournament arc right now, and I'm curious to see how it goes.
Right.
Have y'all heard of World Trigger? If not,
I have heard of World Trigger.
I've heard of it. I've never actually.
Somewhere in the list.
It's a shonen.
Stuff I need to watch.
It's a shonen.
Yeah,
so
I've never.
I definitely won't be watching season 3 because I haven't seen season 1 or 2. But World Trigger's on the list.
Okay.
No one ever really.
Josh, this next one.
Yeah.
This is the one that you've heard of?
This is the one I currently read. Me and Jamal, my friend, were talking about this the other day. To all the perverts of the world, this is the anime for you.
Stop playing. This is a harem?
No, this is World and
ultimate
harem, right?
Ultimate harem.
This is the ultimate harem.
This is gonna be my guilty watch this season. This is gonna be my guilty watch this season.
This is the harem you need to watch this season, right? Okay. So the man killer virus is a lethal disease that we don't know how it got here. We don't know what it's about, what's going on, but it has killed 99.9% of the world's male population, right? And so the few dudes who have made it and survived are frozen because they're trying to find a cure. And we fast forward 5 years into the future. The male main character, is named Reito, and the only girl in the world for him is the female MC, right? Just loves her to death. This is the girl of my dreams. I'm talking about Rod Wave type stuff. And he's like, I'll find you when I wake up. He wakes up in the future. Everything's crazy. It's all about sex this, sex that, blah, 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 because they're trying to repopulate the earth. Every male currently alive on the planet has a harem of women to see every physical taste he could possibly have. And there's so much drama in it. And I don't even read it or plan on watching it for like the ecchi porn part. It's honestly a really interesting story, right? Because this guy's whole goal is just be with the female MC. He's like, that's all I want. That's all I need. That's all I ever want. So he's turning these girls down left and right. He gets in super awkward situations with them, and then he meets two other guys. Where I'm at right now, he's only met two other men who are alive, right? And they each have their own thing going, and it's just, I find it really interesting, right? I'm super excited for it. Episode 1 just dropped not too long ago. I think it was 2 days ago. Without the English, some, I think the sub episode dropped, will drop, excuse me, because it hadn't aired yet. Like, they dropped the unsubbed version on YouTube. The actual first episode will be this Friday, the 8th. So it'll be the day after this drops. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
I will be giving my opinion on it next podcast. But again,
I'll watch it as well.
there's a
this
harem,
is the so you've read the manga and this is the
I have.
beginning of the anime.
I'm about 40, 45 chapters deep.
Oh, this 40. Whoa, so this is deep.
Yeah. So,
and
again, this is the harem to watch.
It says 11 episodes.
Yes, it will have 11 episodes.
So 40. So it's gonna be a seasonal thing.
Yes.
Probably.
I don't know how too far it's gonna get, but they're I think last I checked, there were about 50, 60 chapters worth. But yeah, I'm super excited for it. My friend Jamal is super excited for it. I think it's gonna be dope. But yeah, I don't read too much ecchi. It's a very small list, but this is one of the ones I've been reading for a few years now. I'm super excited for it. Yeah. So if there's one harem you watch this season, it's that one.
Yep.
I'll take a dab at it just to see.
This is gonna be that one like a guilty watch or whatever.
Yeah, this is the anime that you don't want people walking into the room.
No.
Oh, definitely.
Like, well, no.
It is.
Last season, that was the mother
redo of Healer.
No. That was the season before.
Fair.
Last season was the mother of the goddess dormitory.
Ah, yeah.
Basically,
talking about that.
Basically, Shotokan the anime. And so yeah.
Y'all be wild in Japan.
Hey, there's a clip I'm gonna send y'all after this episode that had me dying laughing for several hours from that show. Okay, I can't show it on here or anything like that, but I'll show it to y'all in the DMs. Anyways, moving on to the next one. Next one is Shakugan. I'm curious about it. I'm not super hype on it. It is a mecha sci-fi anime.
Okay, I'm always down for a new mech.
It's by Studio Statelight. I haven't heard of them. But far in the future, the human beings were pushed into the deep underground world called Labyrinth, and they are living shoulder to shoulder. The Labyrinth has several colonies with severe settings, such as one having insanely high temperature, while another is full of gold and silver. Among those in a colony of Pinyin resides a curious 9-year-old named Mimepu. I'm just gonna call her Meme, right? And her father, Gaganbar. That's a hell of a name. As workers aim for survival, they live with the lowest profession of riding a working robot to dig ore. One day, Meme pestered her dad, a cave examiner who makes maps of the internal labyrinth, to go travel together with her to find her mother as a marker. Her dad holds the most dangerous yet attractive profession. One step outside the colony is already deemed to be a dangerous area, meeting a huge, mysterious creature that loiters the cave. One's chances of living will be cut down to just 5%. Since it is a dangerous racket to explore the unknown world, the map they hold is valuable and can be sold at a high price. However, is the price for their curiosity higher? That is a sentence I could not get out. Could be the cruel truth that is hidden among them, what awaits at the end of the test. In this travel story between father and daughter surrounds adventure with family love. So curious to see how it goes. I think it's gonna be like a cool little mech anime. Not sure. Fight scenes. Don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. It still has a question mark next to it. It's a Chinese anime. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, I'm actually a very big fan of State Light. They produce some really quality anime.
Okay.
Crayon Evolve, Cannon Busters, Log Horizon, Hell's Ultimate.
Log Horizon. Okay.
Yeah, and Lorenzo, you might want to key in for this. Fairy Tail.
Okay.
State Light produced Fairy Tail. So I love their work.
Oh, so that means they also produce Rave and Eden Zero.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know about Eden's because Eden's was a Netflix thing. But
it is a Netflix.
Rave.
You're right.
Eden's a Netflix thing, so I don't know what who Netflix does and doesn't work with. But State Light definitely did Rave and Fairy Tail.
Okay, dope. It's just like an anime that I'm keeping on my radar. I'm gonna watch a couple episodes of it, see how I feel about it, kind of thing. I enjoy mech animes. Darling in the France is probably my favorite mech anime. But I haven't watched.
We gotta get you on some Gundam, man.
Yes, I've been told to watch Gundam.
We gotta get you on Zoids, man. Nothing
I've
wrong
seen
with
that,
Darling.
though. I've seen that though.
Man. You're a 7.
I've seen Zoids though, Josh.
You need to watch more Zoids.
That's fair.
There's nothing wrong with Darling, but for Darling to be your favorite mech, just off.
Well, it's also like I'm not a big fan of mechs, right? As it is, like, I'm not a big fan of mechs as it is. Like, what drew me in was to Darling in France was the story and everything like that, and the story and how that unfolded. And we could get into that in a whole nother episode, but I could talk about Darling in France forever. But
we can have a mech anime next week if you want.
I'm also a huge Zero 2 simp as well.
Matter of fact, podcast exclusive. Next week we talking mecha. That's it. I already decided. Done deal. So we can talk about Darling. We can talk about Zoids. We can talk about Gundam.
Eureka 7.
Power Rangers.
Yeah. All right. Super Sentai technically, but yeah, we can bring up the mech.
Did he just say Power Rangers?
He did. I mean, technically he's not wrong. Maybe you can classify it as a mech. We'll talk about that next week. But I think this is a good chance for us to wrap it up. Guys, anything you want to say to the people before I plug the social?
Man, y'all be safe. Appreciate y'all tuning in, listening to us. I know we be running on crazy, but we really appreciate you. If you still here right now, even if you skip to this part, we appreciate you skipping to this part right here, because this is where we do that mental health check-in. Remember that you matter. We do this for y'all. We supporting y'all. We push for y'all. That's why we drop the social, so y'all can hit us up. Y'all want to work and get yourselves out there. And if you do anime clothing, if you do, forget just anime clothing. If you just do clothing, if you just do music, you do anything. We want to help support, you feel me?
You do animation or anything like that.
Animation, graphic design, and video work. But definitely, like I said, appreciate y'all for being here still.
All right. By the way, on the whole mental health check-in, I agree 100%, except the people who put pineapple on pizza, you know who you are, you know what's wrong with you.
Dang.
Fix that.
It's good.
Yeah, no, fix it.
That actually kind of, he said, speaking on the mental health check-in, people who put pineapple on pizza, we checking on y'all.
We could do a whole pod.
Get help.
We could do a 30-minute convo on pineapple on pizza.
That's fine. We can have a pizza podcast later. But, I'm going to drop the socials real quick. You can follow Zoe at What About Zoe on Twitter. You can follow Seth at C3 Smooth. You can follow me at my_own profit. Check us out. Follow the podcast on Twitter at Otaku Collective Pod and on TikTok at Otaku Collective PC. For any business inquiries, check out our email at Otaku Collective Podcast. Otaku Collective PC at gmail.com. It's late, y'all. Forgive me. But we're going to wrap it up with this. We love y'all. Stay classy.
Have a good night, you bunch of otakus.